Hello again off the top, the filter forefront, our top four of the day, including that loophole that got you out of your last speeding ticket. Good luck getting through that loophole now, but we'll begin with this. Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa has made his feelings known on plenty of issues, and now he's taking up for illegal immigrants. Specifically, college students are in this country illegally. He wants to correct that. Tomorrow, the U.S. Senate will take up the DREAM Act, which would provide a pathway to citizenship for some college students in this country illegally. Today, Mayor Villaraigosa said he too has that dream.
Today, I say to the United States Senate, pass the DREAM Act. Give our young people a chance to go to college, to enter our workforce, to serve in our military, and importantly, to achieve the American dream.
Students that have been in the United States for at least 5 years and have graduated from high school or have served in the military would be eligible to apply for citizenship under the DREAM Act. If approved, it could grant citizenship to nearly 1 million illegal immigrants. Our contributors tonight, Emmy Award-winning journalist David Reese and Doctor of Social Ethics Charlotte Laws. Our pictures are furnished by Skype. Charlotte, I'm going to start with you. Is this a dream or a nightmare? And should the mayor of Los Angeles be speaking out in support of this?
Well, I personally think it's a nightmare. I don't have a problem with Mayor Villaraigosa speaking out because he has the right to free speech. But I think this is a backdoor to amnesty. And I think it's a political maneuver by the Democrats. It's a win-win for them because if it passes, they can say to the Hispanic population, look what we did, vote for us in November. If it fails, they can say, oh, it's the Republicans' fault, vote for us in November. But the problem with it is that it grants amnesty for so many individuals. It's not a small number like it sounds. It's going to be 553,000 in the state of California, according to what I heard on the radio today. It could be as many as 2 million people that are going to get amnesty from this. And then once they get it, they can petition for their relatives and other illegals to be able to also be brought under the umbrella. So I think if it were much more limited and you said 4 years at an accredited school, not subsidized by the taxpayer, or 4 years in the military, if it was like that and there were a fewer number, I think that many people such as myself would have much less problem with it.
David, Charlotte says nightmare. In your eyes, dream or nightmare?
Nightmare. I actually agree with Charlotte, but for a slightly different reason. And my issue is this. There is no way of getting around this. These people are here illegally. Okay, and I can't get around that. I get that a lot of these people.
What do you mean, David, you don't have a heart? Isn't that what this is about? You don't have a heart?
I do have a heart, and I really do. And you know what? There is one part of this measure that I actually can get on board with, and that is the military service part. Because I think if you are willing to come here and serve in America's armed forces and defend our country, then yeah. Okay, you know what? I think you've earned your right to citizenship. But coming here and going to college, sometimes at taxpayer expense, I might add, have you earned your right to be an American citizen when you didn't follow the rules and you came here illegally? I don't think so. And I just can't get around that. It's an issue of fairness. Now, I will totally grant you, Fred, that some of these people came here and, you know, it wasn't their choice. Their parents came here. They've been here their whole lives. Right. But they're still here illegally, and I have an issue with that.
All right, and that seems to be the bottom line. Let's move on. Everybody looking for ways to make an extra buck these days. And you know, our school districts are in dire straits. Look at it. LAUSD has a $640 million deficit. How about this? How about a way for them to take a bite out of that bottom line? How about you start selling ads at local high schools? Yeah. Just start putting up ads in the cafeteria, on the gym, outside the library. Why not? Well, school district in San Diego County is doing it. Sweetwater High School District is expected to approve their first campus advertiser tonight. It would be an ad for a nearby college, but they've already opened the door for companies to start marketing directly to high schoolers. The policy of accepting ads has already been approved. The district hopes to make $1 million a year, placing ads on high school campuses. Marketing at kids' high school. You okay with schools putting up ads on campus, David?
Oh, hell yeah. I think it's brilliant. I think it's absolutely brilliant. I love the story last week about putting ads on the side of school buses. And the objections that I've seen are from parents who are saying, oh, don't market to my kids. Newsflash, your kids are inundated with marketing already. And I remember about 20 years ago when they wanted to bring a cable channel into schools called Channel 1, and there was a big uproar about parents saying, oh, I don't want advertising, you can't market my kids. Guess what? Your kids are on the internet all day, inundated with ads. Guess what? Your kids go to lunch off campus, inundated with billboards. It's a sign of the times. It is what it is, and it's a great way for schools to start making some money. Do I think the ad should be in the classroom? No. But in the cafeteria, why not? Where's the problem? And you know what? In case you haven't checked lately, our schools are in dire financial straits. So I think this is a brilliant idea, and I hope they do it.
What do you think, Charlotte? Is the trade-off worth it? The ads for the money?
Well, I do agree with David to a certain degree. I do think it's important to scrutinize the content. I don't think just any ad should be able to go up. And I think that, you know, there's certain ads that are appropriate and that
Charlotte,
are along the lines of...
Charlotte, I got to tell you something. I'm surprised. I absolutely thought you'd be on the other side of this thing. No way.
So did I, actually.
Yeah, I'm very surprised you're agreeing with this.
Well, you wouldn't want advertisements for alcohol or cigarettes. I mean, there's certainly ads that would be inappropriate, but there are ads that would be more appropriate, like advertising a college or the Little League or Girl Scouts or a nonprofit. And what I thought was really brilliant is I read an article about a teacher in San Diego who didn't have enough money for his classroom. And so what he did is he started ads on his exams, which is hysterical, because the average teacher comes out of pocket $443 per year because the school doesn't cover all the expenses. So he got, mostly it was parents, like 2/3 of the ads were parents saying, "Go Joey, make an A." But he had dentists and he had various people from the community advertising on the tests that the kids took. And as I said, if you're looking at it, if the board's reviewing those ads and the school's reviewing the ads and says, okay, this is appropriate, I don't have a problem with it.
And let me tell you, how are they going to determine what ads are appropriate and what ads are not? The school board is going to make a decision on each and every ad.